This course is brought to you by AppyPie as part of our Academy series.
In this video, we're going to continue talking about the launch of your app. Specifically, we're going to talk about should you launch on iOS first, Android, both, or single. When you're first testing, I recommend that you just launch on one because you just want to get the kinks out of the general usability of the app and get the bugs out. And then when the bugs are out, when you've tested and iterated, then you can port what's called port a lot of the features and code onto the exact code won't go, but the approximate features will be easy to port because the developer won't work from scratch. They'll work from an existing model, and the features themselves won't have to be iterated on because they already have been proven on one platform. So in my case, I launched on Android. That allowed me to release up to a few times a day, and it gave me a really fast ability to experiment very fast. And with that ability, I was able to find features that are working. And then I just slowly updated my iPhone app and I spent a lot less time with it, and it was a lot cheaper in terms of resources. But the apps ended up being approximately the same, but just had two different code bases. So I recommend initially just one platform to innovate and iterate and improve the app, and then once something works, port it to the other one. Generally, you'll get more downloads on Android, but many of the downloads will be in countries that are less affluent, and because they're less affluent, they usually cannot afford to pay for your in-app products, and the ads that you might serve to them might not be as lucrative. So iOS will get you actually fewer downloads, but it's pound for pound more lucrative, and you might end up making more money from your iPhone app. So if you want big numbers, big growth, Android. If you want revenue, the emphasis might be on iOS. And I'll just leave you with one more point that some people might argue that you can use software that makes your app into both an iPhone app and an Android app. I have never personally used that software. I made mine from scratch, so I don't have direct experience with that. But my understanding of the feedback that people give from that software is that in the fine details of the Android or iOS, that software it makes the app like 80% good, but it doesn't give you that native feel that you would get if you programmed your app in its native platform language. So I would stay, if you want to have a serious business for your app, I would stay away from the software that makes, one code base makes it into an Android app and an iPhone app, and I would have two code bases, one specifically for each, but so that you can make the app have look and feel of the native platform, whether it's Android or iOS.